Hello and welcome to my channel, Amy the Angel Seer. I'm Amy and this is your Wheel of the Year 2024 collective reading. This is a safe space for you. You're welcome here. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonates with you. When the reading's over, you might take a screenshot of it if you would like to keep track of it and write in your journal month by month if something resonated or happened to you that came out in this during this reading, since it's going to be for the entire 2024. And let's see your cards. In January, we have the Father. And I'm going to take from the central theme of the year now. We have the gem. We have status, Jupiter in Taurus. Funny because Jupiter is going to be in Taurus in 2024. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Release. The energy of the cheetah. And this beautiful message that says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. I feel like with the gem, the status, the new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation, and criticizing one another will lead you to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. And the scythe here, the knife with the release, is the number 6. So, and the cheetah. So the cheetah is a very powerful energy. It's fire energy. It's also very fast energy. So I feel that you're going to be releasing or letting go of toxic patterns and belief systems that might have been keeping you held back from blessings and from things that are going to make you grow, because this energy is expansive energy. It's also very Jupiterian energy. Jupiter will be in Taurus during the year 2024. It will enter, I'll make a note of it in the video. And the gem. So you might have been under a lot of pressure during 2023, and during this year now the beautiful gem, the diamond that was forged under pressure, is going to come out of you. It's going to blossom. because that's what the gem represents for me. And in January, you have the Father, and there's a duality for me. This is the Emperor card in the tarot, and there's the light and the darkness. So it's the archetype of the Father. It's the Father that takes care of things, that creates an empire and protects and oversees everything, but also is the absent father, or it could be both, because there's light and dark here. Then in February, we have the shapeshifter. In March, we have the seed. In April, we have Thanatos. In May, we have the riddle. In June, we have the mountain. In July, we have the eternal child. Interesting that in the axis we have the father and the child. In August, you have the thread. This is a sacred thread that connects you to divinity. That's a confirmation. The horn honking. Then in September, you have the stone. Then in October, you have the empty room. Then in November, you have the tear. And then in December, you have the siren. Let's get an oracle from Lord Ganesha first. Oh, he gave us two. Wonderful. Nurture and generosity. So 10 and 11, 111 could be significant. I do see the father is number 2. That could be 1-1. Let's see what Ganesha has to say, because here we have the mother, the father, and the child. Okay. Focus on creating a calm and balanced life for yourself. Ganesha asks you to maintain a compassionate, nurturing, realistic, and down-to-earth attitude when it comes to collaborating with others and your present conditions. You can benefit from being more resourceful and practical. It is a time to slow down, to bide your time and resources. Deal with issues as they arise and brainstorm practical and easy solutions that will fix the problem with minimal drama. Be careful of overgiving without regard of your own needs. If you've been feeling exhausted or have been prone to illness, You're invited to stop doing so much for others and do more for yourself during this time. Do not seek empowerment by doing for others from a place of needing acknowledgement. Empower yourself by nurturing yourself, and then from a healthy place, help others. Learn to nurture and to create occasions for others to grow by offering a safe, accommodating energy. This energy is the energy of the heart chakra. As your life becomes more into alignment with your soul purpose, you bring this nurturing and unconditional love beyond your immediate surroundings and out into the world. Ganesha's mother, Parvati, represents a strong female figure in your life that you may look to for extra support and guidance. This could be any female role model, friend, or acquaintance that you find yourself drawn to at this time. Alternatively, Parvati can represent a part of yourself, especially when much of your time is spent focusing on nurturing and caring for others. Generosity. When you're generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesha to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you're filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own thoughts. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate and do not do favors with strings attached. As you continue to give, you may find that you no longer envy others. You will be able to give easily and at the same time receive when the same is offered to you. This will go a long way to eliminating the feeling of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people and treat others with respect and acceptance. Okay. So now I'm going to put this energy over here. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leaves us to the wolves. Here, yet gone. The champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape his duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. For February, we have the shapeshifter here. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourself that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules we need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When this card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagine. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. The beginnings come in many forms for the seed in March. They are not always a beautiful seed placed intentionally in nourishing soil. Origin stories, like any birth story, are complex, surprising, multi-layered, and usually reveal a central image or detail that represents the fully formed being. Simply stated, the end is present in the beginning, or the entire oak tree resides within the acorn. Whether you follow this imaginal theory or not, know that when this card appears, there is a potent generative energy all around. It stirs your very insides and usually results in an antsy, impatient feeling. Pay particular attention to that which agitates you, as it is a sure sign of growth to come. You're bumping up against a growth edge. It is from the grit that the pearl eventually comes to be. I see like here with the seed, and the cheetah has that expansive energy, and you see that from the seed, like I see that the cheetah comes forth and there's an ignition, so something is gonna be ignited at some point. And I would say it might be here around the time of the mountain, because there's a man in a cave inside the mountain, and there's kind of a light of fire. So ignition could happen around the month of June, but the seed is going to be planted in March. Then in April, we have Thanatos, which is the energy of death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation. But the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Coming right after the seed, right? So witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. I would like to note that there's going to be a solar eclipse in the month of April, and probably a lunar eclipse as they're followed 15 days apart. So that might be representative of that energy also as well. In the month of May, we have the riddle. When it is present, we must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You're thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increase effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. Then we have the mountain for the month of June. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us toward its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience. Yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and inflated sense of self. Standing up its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. It's funny that there's a mention of regal energy when this man is inside this cave inside the mountain with the fire, and there's Jupiter in Taurus mentioning status, and there's obviously a crowning, so that could be related to this. In the month of June, something might happen that gives you status, like a promotion or a recognition, an award of some sort. Then we have in July the eternal child. This for me is kind of like Mercurial energy, Gemini energy. This is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child wants to mix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want a sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. Then in August, you have the sacred thread. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Then in the month of September, we have the stone. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal. I'm just going to use this little one here. The stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us, as it changes ever so slowly over the countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. It tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this stone appears, it's likely that it is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. I'm just going to leave it there, the stone. In the month of October, we have the empty room. It haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack. of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by only means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you're doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. In the month of November, we have the tear. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring in a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. In the month of December, we have the siren. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, 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 to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option. Unless the Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say of each of these months. Please clarify the Father for the month of January for the collective. The Ace of Wands with the Father. So this reminds me of the King of Wands energy, although it didn't come out. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Note this beautiful, expansive energy, this fiery spark of creation. It's fire, and the energy is fire from the Sun. The Sun is the divine masculine of the healed Father archetype. So the fact that the wand is coming out, to me, this is the element of fire, the spark of the divine in the Father. So maybe, just maybe, you could be becoming a father in January, whoever this is resonating for. And or you could be getting a new idea for a new business or a new job. Let's see for the month of February, what is the shapeshifter? Please clarify for the collective. Six of Cups for the shapeshifter. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is spirit energy. It's an energy of initiation, of the guru also. And look, it's holding a key, and this key must be to this unseen roots, the roots of the problem. This unseen is kind of like the Two of Cups. So like a soulmate, a past life soulmate, that this is kind of like a gift from the universe in the month of February. You might be missing somebody, or you might encounter a friend from your childhood. What about the seed in the month of March? Please clarify the seed in the month of March for the collective. Justice. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Justice for me is a contract. It's a soul contract. It could be a contract with this past life soulmate coming in the month of February, March. It could also be receiving good karma. We have here at the bottom of the deck the Nine of Pentacles, which is trustworthy and also luxurious energy. It is also surrounded by this energy of fire. So whatever it is that you're creating, with the partnerships that you're creating, will give you a luxurious lifestyle and growth and expansion. Let's see in the month of April what the energy of Thanatos has for you, for the greatest and highest good of the collective. We have the Hangman. It came with this other one. I'm not taking it. I'm just taking the Hangman. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Daughter of Pentacles. To me, this is chrysalis energy, because paired with Thanatos, which is death energy, it's supposed to be the transformation, the release of something toxic. And the bat is upside down and it's covered, wrapped around with its own wings, but it gives me the idea of the chrysalis, where the caterpillar turns into the butterfly. So you might be in isolation during this month, and something might happen that will trigger that isolation for you to start the transformation. With the energy of the Page of Pentacles here, this could be something that you're creating. Let's see in the month of May the riddle for our collective. Let's see the, oops. We have two cards here again. I'm gonna take them because I saw it. It's the Magician, and it's the Ten of Swords. So remember that here I said that you were going to be releasing something toxic. Then in the month of May, I see that there's an ending, or that you're looking at an ending from a vantage point, because now you're at the beginning point, because the ending is the 10, but the Magician has all the aces, has the Ace of Wands, has the Ace of Pentacles, which was with the Page of Pentacles that we saw at the bottom of the deck earlier has the Sword of Truth and has the Cup here. So this is a brand new beginning with, you see the Sun energy over here that we also saw at the bottom of the deck before. And the cheetah has the infinity symbol here in the heart chakra. So it's like overcoming this adversity and just like in hindsight. But see, the cheetah is going to leap forward and there's going to be this expansion that will bring you status with Jupiter and Taurus. Interesting. Let's see what happens with the Mountain in the month of July for the collective. Again, 2 cards. The Moon, yes, the Moon and the 4. I want you to see these cards. You have the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's doing research. That is maybe looking at the past, maybe even spying on somebody that you have that has piqued your interest. I'm gonna set it down here because I want you to look at these cards. We have the Mountain, the Moon, and the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords is the energy of healing with the truth from heartbreak caused by this 10 of Swords, whatever it was. And there's an enlightenment here in the 3rd eye. It looks like the Sun energy, so it's pretty beautiful and very innocent. So this little lamp is healing, and while it's healing, it's being enlightened. And it gives me the energy of it being inside the mountain. And the Moon is also healing energy, so it's healing something from your subconscious, something that you're not aware of, that you're going to become aware of, something that you're not aware of in your subconscious that you're going to become aware of and you're going to heal during the month of June. What do we have for the month of July for the collective with the Eternal Child? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have Strength here. I didn't know where to put this because I don't want to cover up the Eternal Child because this is solar energy here. It's kind of like the crown chakra because it also has this rainbow here. Here's the sun, and here's the infinity symbol in the lion's head, which is also in the cheetah's heart over here. So I just want you to see all of these synchronicities here, and the sun and the sun. So you've overcome this in the month of July, and you've healed, and now you're strong and rejuvenated. At the bottom of the deck, you might have been feeling unworthy of something, but that's going to change because you might have healed that. It could have been also father issues. Maybe your father was an absent father and you're healing that. That could be confirmation for some of you. What about August, the thread for the collective? Please clarify August. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords. And the energy that came out is the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is an energy of growth, is an energy of harvest. is an energy of being patient and waiting for the harvest, waiting for the fruits to ripen for the harvest. And it is growing. You see that before here we had the 5 of Pentacles, and now we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this seed that you've been planting has been growing. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Swords as a challenging energy, which was the 3 of Swords that you have been healing. So let's see where that comes up again in the month of September with the stone. I'm going to shift the little stone here. Please show me the stone for the collective in the month of September. Death energy. Wow. That could be the heartbreak. There's an Ace of Swords here again with the Ouroboros, which is the infinity symbol surrounding the Sword of Truth of Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. And the Death card here is coincidentally here with the Thanatos archetype that happens in April. You could be healing something with crystals, with gemstones. You could be helping your transformation. There has been something that has caused you heartbreak, and maybe that is a truth that is going to be revealed to you that causes another transformation. Let's see in the month of October, what do we have for my collective in the month of October? The empty room. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot, and we have again 2 more cards. The 9 of Swords and 2 nines. That's a completion energy. And here the 7 of Pentacles. You might be seeing 777 or 999 or 111 because that has been a theme during this reading. The empty room is a room full of potential of what could be, right? So the 9 of Cups is contentment. It's the energy of being content with what you have, but also of a wish fulfillment, some wish being fulfilled. And it gives you, it scares you. So what you most want, what you most wish for is what most scares you. And that is the potential that is hidden in the empty room. But with the Chariot, you're moving forward. And look, the horse has the moon in his 3rd eye and the sun behind the horse. And here's the moon, and here's the sun, and here's the moon, and here's the sun. So it's a theme, you guys. We have the Pentacle here. He's holding the Pentacle. So the Chariot energy is like keeping your eye on the prize no matter what fears come up, okay, during the month of October. Let's see during the month of November what the tear is bringing for the collective. Ace of Cups. And here's the Page of Pentacle again that was crossing here in the riddle at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Cups is the 10th cup, that wish fulfillment, new love. This cup is overflowing with love. So you might meet somebody, or you might yeah, you might meet somebody, because this is new love. You might meet somebody that would be your wish fulfillment. That will be the person that you wish to marry or be with for a long time, a long-term relationship. Your 10 of Cups, your ideal partner. Let's see for the month of December what the Siren is bringing for the collective. The Daughter of Wands and the Siren. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. And for me, this card here is like the flux capacitor, because it gives me like a portal for the future, for going back to the future or coming back from the future. You know, you can skip timelines through this portal is what I'm thinking. It's a time travel device, the flux capacitor in that movie Back to the Future. And the Three of Wands with that Ace of Wands is the Four of Wands. So this Page of Wands may be this flirty energy that you can fall in love with, this Siren that you'll be meeting, and things are going to get pretty serious pretty fast. Okay, so what is the outcome? Son of Pentacles and Father of... I'm going to ask for 2 more cards. Just give me another one. Here. Give me 2 more cards for the outcome. Oops. Wow. They gave me so many cards. I didn't see these, so I'm not taking them. But I did see these 2. The Hermit and the Tower. And the Son of Pentacles. So, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Daughter of Swords, the Page of Swords. So, we had all the pages come up. The Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of... we didn't see the Page of Cups. The Page of Swords is an energy of research, like I said. Of watching in the darkness. Like a stealth energy. And this Knight of Pentacles is taking his sweet time, because this is the slowest knight in the deck, but he will take action. He's just making a plan. And maybe you've been in the past in hermit mode, in isolation, searching for yourself, searching for what makes you happy, until you lit this flame for yourself. And in the near future, there's going to be something sudden and shocking that is going to rock your world with the Tower. So during this year, with the gem and the status, and bring love into it with the new moon in Aquarius, releasing the toxic, and growth and expansion, and this mother-father energy, you could be creating your own family in the year 2024. So I hope that this resonated with you, and if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to be posting the Wheel of the Year readings for all the zodiac signs pretty soon. So click the notification bell so that you can get a notification when I do upload new content. And thank you for watching. Have a great 2024. Bye.